It's time to work on the car again. Hello everyone, I have decided to make a YouTube video after a very long time, and this one is about my E60 5 Series. Now, I've had this car for about 4 years now. This one thing I always wanted to do is to rectify something. If you look at the front wheel from the front, you can see how much on the inside of the arch the front wheel sits. But if you go over to the rear one, it's horrible. So the difference in the gap between the rear wheel and the arch and the front wheel and the arch is about 15 millimeters. There's one way of sorting it is by buying aftermarket wheels and making sure the rear wheel's offset is different than the stock one like this to compensate the 15 millimeters gap. So it sits kind of not flush, but at least as much as the front wheel is as opposed to the rear one. Now, I know a lot of people will put 20 millimeter wheel spacers on the back to rectify this, and they do put a 15 millimeter spacer in the front. Now, as I said, the difference is 15 millimeters between the front and the back. So if you put a 15 millimeter spacer in the front and the 20 millimeter at the back, the resulting gap between the front and back is only 5 millimeters, which doesn't quite compensate that. Then you will have the front wheel sticking out too much and the rear wheel not so much. And I have researched and I found putting a 15 millimeter spacer only on the back, keeping the front exactly the way it is, makes it visually the same as the front. And this is what I'm going to do. The people who put 20 millimeter spacers on the back, they say it's perfectly all right, but trust me, I'm telling you, if you've got 19-inch alloys, spider alloys like mine, and you put 3 people in the back, you go over a hump, it rubs. And I'm telling you, it does rub. Now, I have already jacked up the other side where I'm going to put the 15 millimeter spacer in. I'll just show you the gap again. Look how horrible that is. So I have jacked up this side, taken the wheel off, and I'm going to put the spacer in now. The spacer is called BMAC 15 millimeter spacer. It comes in a kit of the extended wheel bolts. Obviously you need the extended wheel bolts to compensate for the 15 millimeter gap you're creating between the wheel and the hub. And also it comes with the locking bolts, which are these. The locking bolts are also extended, and these cannot be used in the front, so I'll probably get somebody to cut 2 of those so that I can have the same locking bolts all around. Now, I've cleaned this because obviously it has to be clean and flat so that it just sits flush. And here is the spacer. I'm just going to apply some copper grease with my finger, of course. I'll just put it here instead of the hub. I'm just only doing that because in the future, when I want to take this off for any reason, it just comes off easily and it doesn't seize, because you do have steel and aluminium. That's 2 different types of metal which doesn't play well with each other when you throw water in the mix. Now let's see, that should just sit in perfectly as long as you just, there you go, it is sitting flush. And I'm going to put some copper grease on the outside as well. These are hub centric spacers, meaning you've got this hub ring where the wheel fits in. If you don't have that, then that means your wheel's sitting on the bolts, which is no good, especially if it's in the front and you don't have that hub ring. That means there's an imbalance problem and you will have wobble at high speeds. Let me go and get the wheel now. look after my wheels. That's why I have this wheel bolt socket with plastic protective sleeve, so that I don't even scratch even the part where the bolt goes in. Moment of truth. Let's see. Not bad at all. As opposed to horrible. So as I said, 15 millimeters is the perfect one and the safest bet if you've got 19-inch spider alloy wheels, that is. Okay, if you like my video and you do not like notifications, please do subscribe, because I never make videos. Thank you.